ज्ञानञ्जन शलाकया चक्षुरुन्मिलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरवे नमः। गुरवे गौरचन्द्राय राधिकाय तदालये कृष्णाय कृष्णभक्ताय तद्भक्ताय नमो नमः। गौरसर्चत्रामितनिधि गौरं सर्वं स्तुवे गौरेण प्रथितं रस्य भजनं गौरं सर्वं ददे गौरस्ति कृपालुरात्रिनपरो गौरस्य भृत्यस्य भवाम् गौर गौरमचरामि भगवान् गौर प्रभु रक्ष माम्। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधु दीनबंधु जगतपते गोपेश गोपीकांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते। तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। भक्त्या विहीनाय अपराधलक्ष्यै क्षिप्तश्चकमादितरङ्गमध्ये कृपामयि तं शरणं प्रपन्न वृन्दे नमस्ते चरणारविन्दम्। निखिलश्रुतिमौलिरत्नमाला धृति नीरादितपादपङ्कजन्तो हयमुक्तकुलयोपस्मानं परितस्तं हरिनाम संश्रयामि। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा। बोलो हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। वन मोर टाइम लाउडली। हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Very cold here. Shri Bhajan Rahasya by Satchidanand Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. Namo Bhakti Vinodaya Satchidanand Namane Gaur Shakti Sarupaya Rupanuga Varayate. The blazing fire of material existence is extinguished by Nam Sankirtan. That's the title. So we can see the progression. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur started focusing on Nishant Leela, and the first yam is Nishant Leela, and the first step of Bhakti is Shraddha and relationship. How to develop that relationship? What are the details in that? How to maintain that relationship by Harinam Sankirtan? What are the obstacles one come across by chanting Harinam, which makes Harinam mix with other processes? All these details of bhakti is all these details of Harinam is given by Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in this wonderful book, The Blazing Fire of Material Existence. Samsara Dava Navani Daloka. Namani Daloka. The blazing fire of material existence. Everyone is burning in this fire. Every individual. Because Krishna said, Dukhalyam Ashashvat. This material world is full of miseries. Dukhalyam. Alyam means house, or we can say abode. Just like we say Himalayas. In America, we have to say Himalayas, but Indians say Himalaya. So Hima Alya. Alya means the abode of Him. Him means snow. So Himalaya. So this world is Dukhalya, the abode of miseries. Everyone is burning in this material world with blazing fire of material existence. Janma, Mrityu, Jara, Vyadi. This is material existence. Birth, death, old age, disease. From any ordinary person and all the way to the president of the country or the king of the world. Everyone has to go through this. How we can get rid of this material existence? By Nam Sankirtan. So if you're hearing attentively, you see right from the beginning, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur is emphasizing on Nam Sankirtan. So important. Huh? Srimad Bhagavatam 6th canto says, Nata param karma nibandha kritantam mumukshtam tirtha padanu kirtinat nayat punaha karmeshu sajjate mano rajastamo bhayam kailam tato anyatha. For those who desire liberation from the bondage of this material existence. Yes. This is called Atyantaki Dukh Nivritti. Liberations have so many definitions. How many muktis are there? 10? 5 muktis. Salokya, Samipya, Sarupya, Shashti, Sayuji. You know. So start with Sarupya. Sarupya Mukti means desiring for the form like Krishna. Sarupya Shashti, opulence like Krishna. Salokya means staying in the same abode as Krishna. Samipya being in the proximity with Krishna. And Sayuja to get merged in Bhagavan. So 5 different muktis. But there is one which is called Atyantiki Dukh Nivritti. How I can get rid of all my sufferings. So many people only focus on this point. And this is what you can see, motivational speakers and many other philosophies in the world, which is so prominent, and oh, you will see million people attending those seminars. Why? What is their aim? What is their goal set up? This point. Atyantiki Dukh Nivritti. How I can get rid of my sufferings. Not 20% or 50%. Atyantiki. Because it goes in proportion. Ek deshvartani, bahudeshvartani, prayaki, purna, and atyantiki. That's anartha nivritti, right? Ek deshvartani means 25% over. Bahudeshvartani 50% over. Prayaki almost done 100%. Purna, not even the smell of that remains. And atyantiki, totally finish. Anartha nivritti. So atyantiki dukh nivritti, in the same way, similar to that, the dukh means the sufferings going in proportion, but atyantiki means one goes to one comes to the point where there is not even a smell of any suffering. How we can come to this stage? We can ask that person. Maybe some of us will not realizing or feeling any suffering because we are mm, trying to become devotees. But you see, go around the world, which I do, meet so many people, and if you hear their sufferings, oh, horrible, so much suffering. They're not showing, but they suffer so much with so many issues in their life. हाँ, अत्यंत की दुख निवृत्ति. So many philosophers they focus on this and their speaking is uh, focused on this point. But come to the devotee section. Bhaktas. Did ever Bhaktas asking for Atyantaki Dukh Nivritti? Now you all have learned this term, so I'm not going to repeat the meaning because this is how then you're going to learn some terminologies from the scriptures. Atyantaki Dukh Nivritti means get rid of all sufferings. Did ever, I mean, do devotees asking for Atyantaki Dukh Nivritti? Did Prahlad Maharaj pray to Dev? I'm too tired of tolerating all this. Can you please help me remove this? No. He accepted whatever comes on his way because Rakshati iti Vishvasu. The six limbs of Sharanagati is Anukulasya Sankalpam, Pratikulasya Vivarjanam, Rakshati iti Vishvasu, Goptiptim Varnam Tatha, Atmnikshepa Karpanya, Shadang Sharanagati Haive Jahar, Tahar Pratna Sune Shinand Kumar. Okay. So Prahlad Maharaj, firm conviction Krishna is my protector, but he never asked for Nursing Bhagwan, can you please take away my sufferings? No. Ambrish Maharaj, the same. Prahlad Maharaj going through so much troubles by his father, Hiranyakashipu. Similarly, Ambrish Maharaj, Krityanal, that fire band came to burn him, but he didn't ask for the uh, protection. He didn't ask for that. The protection was automatically given to him. The best weapon of the Lord, Sudarshan Chakra. Yeah. Draupadi, why she didn't called out Krishna? So there are many versions to this story. When Draupadi was getting naked, disrobed in the assembly, so one teaching we get is unless she did the full surrender, Krishna didn't came. That's true. But she didn't want it to trouble her beloved Krishna. For her sake, she asking protection from others and keeping safe for someone whom she loves the most. Why have to trouble Krishna for this? But when there was so much, and then she raised her arms and called out to Krishna. When there was no hope of any protection from anyone, then she did this. Yeah. So there are many meanings of many pastimes like that. Pandavas, they gone through exile. Yeah. Pandavas gone through exile. How many years? 12 years. And then 1 year, Agyatvas. No one can see them. If anyone will detect them, they have to again go for 12 years in exile in the forest. So they were hiding themselves, and they served the king as a servant for 1 year. Uh, that's called Agyatavas. So Pandavas never asked for Atyantiki Dukh Nivritti. So these are the examples. So that we are not we are not supposed to ask for Atyantiki Dukh Nivritti, whereas we do this. Is something very natural. If any suffering come to, don't we request and pray they should go away? Of course. Of course we pray that. It's easy to say, but it's so difficult when it comes. Okay. Atyantiki Dukh Nivritti. Whereas Kunti Devi, what she asked for? She asked for these sufferings. Vipadano Santuna Shashvat Tatra Guru Bhakta Darshana Vyasyar Punar Bhava Darshanam. She asked for this. But for those who desire liberation, what is the meaning? Desire liberation. Liberation from bondage of material existence. Same thing. What they can do? Okay, Prahlad Maharaj didn't ask for, Draupadi didn't ask for, Pandavas didn't ask for. But we are not on that level. What we are supposed to chant the name of Bhagwan, who sanctifies even the holy places by the touch of his lotus feet. If really we want to go rid of the sufferings, what is the best way? Chant the names, take surrender of the names of the Lord. Of that Bhagwan who sanctifies even the holy places by the touch of his lotus feet. Which Leela he did this? He sanctified all the holy places when he killed Arishtasur. And he hit on the ground, and all the holy places came there. And Krishna took bath in all those holy places. This Nam Sankirtan is able to destroy the root cause of all sinful activities. Sixth canto Bhagavatam. Kochit nivarte vadrat kochit nivartate tatshanat prayashchitoham manne kunjavar shochvat. The chapter starts with this verse saying, Kunjavar shochvat. Just like elephant take bath in a pond, comes out, and what he do? With the same trunk, with his trunk, he put on the mud on him. This is the nature of elephant. That means going to holy places, taking bath in cold water, in a holy rivers, one get purified of these sinful activities. But then, after bath, again started performing sinful activities. This is just like taking bath of an elephant in a pond. Kunjavar Shochvat. Shukdev Goswami gave another very good option to get rid of sins. Venu Gulam Ivabinam. Just like burning the bamboo forest. Set up fire on the bamboo forest The whole bamboo forest turns to ashes. Oh, it's all cleared. Wow. But after 2 months, when the rain comes, shower, again, bamboo sticks will come up. So by following yam, niyam, and all these other processes, sins can turn to ashes, but the tendency to perform sin still lies in the heart. Then Shukdev Goswami gave the best example. What is that? Shloka. Hmm. Oh, I was just about to say and I just skipped. केचित् केवल्य भक्तया वासुदेव परायणम अगन्धुवन्ति कार्षीर निहार एव भास्कर. Just like when there is sunrise, darkness, fog, everything just goes away. Everything dissipates. Darkness goes. Similarly, when there is kechit kevalya bhaktaya, when there is kevala bhakti, means shuddha bhakti comes, then the seed of the sin, the tendency which is in the heart, also vanish, also get destroyed. How come? By only kevala bhakti. Kechit kevalya bhaktaya. What is that kevala bhakti means? Kevala bhakti means shuddha bhakti, pure bhakti. So, chanting Nam, performing Nam Sankirtan is not different from performance of Shuddha Bhakti, pure Bhakti. It's the same thing. So this Nam Sankirtan is able to destroy the root cause of all sinful activities. Because when the mind has taken shelter of Bhagwan, it will never again be caught by fruitive activities. When the mind is taken shelter of Bhagwan, it will never again be caught by fruitive activities. By taking shelter of any atonement other than the names of Bhagwan, the heart will remain affected by the modes of passion and ignorance, and sins will not be destroyed at the root. Sins will be destroyed, but not from the root. So by this we remember this verse from Bhagavatam. Shukdev Goswami is saying, Kechit kavalya bhaktaya vasudev prayana. The root of the sin, the tendency to do sin, just goes away. कर्म बंध सुखंडन मोक्ष प्राप्ति संगठन कृष्ण नाम कीर्तन साध्ये कर्म चक्र रजस्तमा पूर्ण रूपे विनिर्गमा नाम बिना नहीं अन्योपाय. Without नाम sankirtan it's not possible. So what we heard, the blazing fire of material existence, birth, death, old age, disease, this is blazing fire of material existence, extinguished by only Nam Sankirtan. The, the best atonement, Nam Sankirtan. The only way to get rid of modes of passion and ignorance, Nam Sankirtan. Okay. So this was it. Then further the Padma Puran states, Sakra Ucharitam Yena Harir iti Akshara Dvayam Baddha Parikarstena Moksha Gamanam Prati. A person who even once chant the two syllables Ha and Ri easily attains liberation. Hari means her and Ri. Hari easily get liberation. Isn't that easy? Just chanting Hari. Yes. Like uh, Mahaprabhu asked Srila Haridas Thakur, "Oh Haridas, those who are Muslims, they're known as Yavanas. Is there any way they can also get delivered? Because they're always engrossed in activities in a mode of passion and ignorance." Srila Haridas Thakur said, yes. When they chant Haram, Haram, that's a common word they use. Haram, Haram. So when they say Haram, that means Haram. Indirectly, they're calling out the name of Lord Ram, Haram. And in this way, they get some sukritis just by even chanting Haram. Haram is considered to be very abominable. Haram. Oh, killing pig, Haram. So when they chant Haram, Haram, that means they're chanting the name of Bhagwan. Bhagwan think, oh, he's calling out my name, calling out Haram. Then Hari, Gajendra, in this difficult circumstance, where he's about to die, drowning in that pond, he calls out, uh, not directly, but indirectly, Hari. And Bhagwan came so quickly. He said Ha, and Bhagwan was already on the way. And when he said Re, Bhagwan already reached there and killed that crocodile. How much time it takes to complete this two syllable? How much time? Not even a second. Imagine the speed of Bhagwan. Hari. So when he said Hari, Bhagwan was ready. And when he ended up by saying E, Hari, Bhagwan was already there and protected him. Killed the crocodile. So fast. Gajendra said, Ekantuna yasana kanchanartham vanchanti yave bhagavad prapanna ati adbhuta charita sumangalam gayanti anand samudra magna. Gajendra asked for the association of the Lord. But Bhagwan wants to show with this example how fast is my movement, because he's subtle entity. He's not on the gross level. We are always on the gross level. We perceive things on a gross level. This material world is gross level. But spiritual world, they all are on subtle level. The mantras, subtle. The philosophy, subtle. So if we only maintaining the gross level, we can't understand things. We have to come on the level of subtleties. Therefore, for that, we need to associate with the acharyas who have this subtle vision. And otherwise, we will always be on the gross level, and we will not able to understand the subtle points of the shastras, the scriptures. So Ha and Re easily attains liberation just by chanting this. यार मुखे एक बार नाम नित्य करे, मोक्ष सुख अन्यास से पाए, सही नारे, सही नारे. Means one who is chanting the names of Hari, means Krishna, then that person easily get moksha, easily get liberation without any endeavors. The holy name is like the moonlight that causes the white water lotus of all auspiciousness to blossom. What is that verse? From the first verse of Shikshashtakam? Yes? You got the point? Yadava? What is this point? Which causes the white water lotus of all auspiciousness to blossom. What is this verse? Please unmute him. Hari Bol. No? Okay. Shreya Kervika Chandrika Vitranam Vidya Vadu Jivanam. This is what he wanted to say? This is what he wanted to say? Something like this? Okay. The Skanda Purana says, Madhura Madhuranam Etana Mangala Mangalanam Sakal Nigam Valli Sat Phalam Chit Sarupam Sakal Avi Parigitam Shraddhaya Helayava Briguvar Nar Matram Taret Krishnanam. Very important verse from Skanda Puran. Means the holy name is the most auspicious of all that is auspicious. There are many auspicious practices, but nothing is comparable in comparison with holy name. Holy name is the most auspicious of all that is auspicious. Or holy name makes all other auspicious most auspicious. And the sweetest of all that is sweet. Who is sweet? Krishna is sweet. But Abhinatva Nama Namani, the Harinam, the holy name, is not different from Krishna and can make sweet more sweetest. It is the fully ripened transcendental fruit of all the creepers of the Shrutis. Who? In this verse is very important to learn, if you can learn. Holy name is the most auspicious of all auspicious and the sweetest of all that is sweet, but also fully ripened transcendental fruit of all the creepers of the Shrutis. Harinam. O best of the Bhrigu dynasty, Bhriguvar Narmatra Taret Krishnanam. If a person even once chants the names of Krishna without offense, be it with faith or indifferently, that chanting will deliver him from the bondage of material existence. Just one. Chant and be happy. Just one Krishna Nam. Oh, I'm chanting 16 rounds. I'm chanting 32 rounds. Hare Ki, Hare Ki, Ki, Hare Hare. Hare Cash, Hare Cash, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Cash. Like that. Even once. What is the meaning of that? Even once chant the name of Krishna without offense. Oh, even one, if you take bath in Radha Kund, you get Radha Prem. Even once you do this, you get Prem. Once? I'm doing 100 times. Ah, I'm doing 100 times, but without, I'm doing with offenses and without proper understanding. Offensive. That's why no results. Without proper understanding. But here, Sakal eva parigitam shraddhya helavava. Hmm. With faith or indifferently. Uh, what is that verse? Hmm. Forgot. Where Yamraj is telling to Yamadutas the glories of Harinam. Hmm. Shraddhya helavava. That's anyway. Sanketam parihasam stovam helam evava. Sanketam parihasam stovam helam. I'm getting old. My memory is now forgetting all verses. Before it was very quick one. Now I have to think. Oh, what is that? Symptom of old age. So Sanketam parihasam stovam helam evava. With faith or indirectly or sarcastic or singing or indifferently. Huh? All these Hare Krishna people, fanatic people, Hare Krishna people chanting this. So what he chanted? Hare Krishna. Hmm? So by just chanting like, even by chanting like this, one can deliver from the bondage of material existence. But many people chant like this. They're still in material existence. What does this mean? So someone can say, oh, this is just exaggeration of uh, the glories of Harinam. But actually, no, it look like that. It appears like that. Just exaggerating, but it's not. It is pure glories of Harinam. This is nothing as compared to what we are hearing and singing or speaking. This is nothing. नामनो यस्य यावति पाप निहारने हारने ताव शक्ति न करोति पातकम पातकी जनः. A sinful person. Okay, if you hear this, you will be surprised. A sinful person cannot perform that many sins as one Harinam, one holy name can purify him. There is no potency, there is no strength of a sinful person to do as many things as he can. Then one Harinam who can excuse those sins. So, Madhuram Madhuram Etan Mangala Mangalanam. Harinam even bring auspiciousness to those other processes which are very auspicious. But Amar Durdev, Name Nahi Anurag. Even after hearing this, are we developing that mood of sincerity in our chanting? We are even struggling to chant 16 rounds. That too with the phone in my hand. That too with the television on. That too with the speaking. And sometimes cooking also. Sometimes driving also. 16 rounds like that will work? Not work. and not even chanting 16 rounds. This will not work like this. This 16 rounds has to be with sincerity, with a praying, with a begging mood. Then how we will get rid of all material existence, suffering, the desire for bhukti and mukti, so many things accomplish. And after hearing so much glories of Harinam, Amar Durdev Name Nahi Anurag. What is the second verse? Mahaprabhu said. Sixthashtakam, second verse. Can you tell? Jayashri, can you tell?
Krishna Guru Maharaj, Pranavad Pranam. In the second verse, it is written that the name is so
What is the
glorious.
verse?
Sorry. Nam Namakari Bauda, Nija Sarvasaktish, Tata Pita Nyamitas, Marani Nakala, Etadrishi Tava Kripa, Bhagavan Mamapi, Rudaiva Idrisham Yajani Nanuragaha.
Okay. Yadva, what is the meaning?
The meaning is, oh my Lord, even your names can give all, can deliver, and can give all the all the pleasure. This is why you have so many names, hundred and thousands of names like Krishna and Govinda. In each and every one of these names, you put your shaktis, your energies, so that and it's not even difficult to chant these names. There is not rule or difficult rule to chant these names. You can chant in many activities and you do. And oh my Lord, with your kindness, you give us those names, but I am so low that I have no taste for them.
Why have no taste for them, Radha Sundari?
Thank you, Maharaj. No problem.
Maharaj, it said in the first, Durdevam Idrisham Ihajani Nanuraga, because of my own unfortunate, I have no taste for the holy name.
Because of my offenses towards Harinam. Why am I unfortunate? I'm unfortunate because even after hearing so much glories of Harinam, I'm not serious or attentive in chanting Harinam. That's my Durdev. Unfortunate. And that means my offenses towards Harinam. Harinam Prabhu is ready to give so much to us. But we are not developing any love for Harinam, chanting of Harinam. So this is my Durdev. सकल मंगल हैते परम मंगल चित्त स्वरूपम सनातन वेद वल्ली फल कृष्ण नाम एक बार श्रद्धा है लया जहार वेद ने से मुक्त सुनिश्चय. Okay, what is the time now? We still have time or not? How many minutes? 1 hour? 1 more hour? The holy name is the life of all transcendental knowledge, which is compared to a wife. This is supported by the following verse from Garud Puran, but also said in Shikshashtakam. Yes, Vidya Vadu Jivanam. What is the meaning Vadu? Vadu means wife. But Garud Puran says, see, you If you have to, this is like PhD. You make thesis on one subject. You see Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, he's just speaking only on Harinam. His writing is like this. And imagine when he was speaking Harikatha, when he used to speak Harikatha, being a magistrate to all scholarly people who already knew so much scriptures and Sanskrit, when they were hearing from Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, they were surprised. Because if he's speaking one topic, he just churned that one topic. Now he's only speaking about Harinam and so many references. Skanda Puran, Garud Puran. So if you have to prepare anything, okay, if you get homework, oh, you all have to speak on Harinam. How you can learn this? Bas, first chapter Bhajan Rasi. You get all references there. What is said in Garud Puran. And imagine if you learn 10-15 verses, because Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, every text he start with one verse. So in your lecture, if you recite 15 verses, oh, Skanda Puran says this, Garud Puran says this, Matsya Puran says this, Veda says this, Bhagavatam, and the audience will say, Baba, who is this Pandit? He's Panditji, scholar. Then they will say, Sadhu, 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 Sadhu. Garud Puran says. And similarly, in the next chapters, when we come to the second chapter, maybe at the end of the year, when we come to the second chapter, the other topic, and all shlokas for that topic, then the third chapter, then the fourth chapter. That's the beauty of Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's writing. Imagine what personality Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur. And there's a book, Bhagavad Ark Marichi Mala. I just saw here somewhere in the library. Very good collection here. I want, all of you should have books like this. At least Gurudev books, Srila Prabhupada's books. That's the asset. That's our real asset actually. Because when books are there, then you feel like taking one. Oh no, I'm not satisfied. Taking another one. Oh, let me see this reference. Okay, take this. So it's a very good hobby. Collect books. Go to Vrindavan. Those are very, keen to have this collection. Oh, where is this books shop? And there they find so many books. And they keep on buying. Otherwise, when they go Vrindavan, what they buy? Nice sari, nice dhoti, this shirt, that shirt, this gift items. Yes? Shopping, whole day shopping, buying this. But those who really are sincere, keen to read books, then they go to the shop. Okay, oh, this Puran, I don't have it. I don't have Puran. Oh, this Puran is available, maybe out of stock after a while. Let me buy this. You see, this Prabhu, where I'm staying, he has such nice library here. We should keep this like this at our home. Generations after generations, they get benefited. Books are the basis. When they see those scriptures, the books, feel like reading when it is right in front of your eyes. Oh, let me see what is there in this. Let me see what is in that. Let me see what is in that. It's a very good, actually, habit. And this is Shastras. This is scriptures. Krishna resides in the scriptures. Oh. I saw one devotee, he was doing Bhagavatam Parikrama in the morning. Like we do Tulsi Parikrama, he can Srimad Bhagavatam also with the Tulsi. I said, what are you doing? He said, oh, imagine Maharaj, in one book, how many holy names are written? So now I'm doing Parikrama of so many names around me. Just keeping one Srimad Bhagavatam or Bhagavad Gita. Hmm. That means Krishna himself, in so many moods, in so many forms, in so many informations. It's a very good habit. So, save money, purchase those books, keep those books. But now you will say, oh, we get ebooks now, just on the laptop, ebooks, PDF files. Of course, we have. But when we have something like this, that's inspiring. Every time you sing them, you're worshipping them near your altar, inspiring them to read something. So much inspiration. When I came here uh, yesterday, I saw this. I'm chanting and the chanting and looking. Which book shall I take out? Oh, okay, no, this. No, this. The mind get confused. So where to start? Yeah. So if we have like this, something like this, and then there should be 6 months lockdown. 6 months totally locked on, and we have this. Wow, so nice. Reading books, scriptures gives us foundation, maturity. Without philosophy, we'll not understand anything. So important. But not to just show off or to just decorate my wall. That's not a decoration. This is not meant to decorate the wall. This is meant to decorate myself. Decorating myself means decorating with the knowledge. That's the best decoration. Decoration with the knowledge. Decoration with the devotion. Decoration with bhakti. That's the best decoration. It's not that what you look like, appearance is more important. It's what you speak, that's more important. Anyway, Garud Purana. Yad ichhasi param jnanam jnanad yat paramam padam tad adarena rajendra kuru govinda kirtanam. I want my life can go 20 years back. Then I can learn all these verses. Because although knowledge has no age, but learning depends. In a young age, you learn so much. But gradually, when you get old, memory with us, not with Mahabhagavas, like my Guru Maharaj in the age of 100. Oh, he is just speaking Harikatha. Every 1 minute, Harikatha, one verse. This Purana says this. Guru Maharaj always saying, when you speak, there should always be some reference, not without reference. That was his style. This is Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur's style. This is Srila Prabhupada's style. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, Srila Bhakti Raksha Siddha Maharaj. Every time saying something with one reference that gives gravity to your words. So, I'm just requesting all the young ones, don't waste your time. Don't waste your time. There's so much you can learn. This is a preparation going on right now. And when you learn, then you can preach. People will be shocked to see, oh, she knows so much. He knows so much. And that helps in the practice also. Because when we're learning, we're chanting. This is how I used to do. Chanting. Wherever looking, remembering the verse. Wherever looking, remembering the verse. Very good practice. So decorate yourself with the knowledge of scriptures. Srila Gurudev Srila Prabhupada, all Acharyas, Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur, Goswamis, they worked very hard to make us all these scriptures available to us. They worked very hard. This is their heart actually. So when we worshipping them, when we are holding them in our hands, when we are paying obeisances to them, we are actually directly contacting their heart. That's their heart. And they worked so hard and so much endeavors to bring up their heart, to convey the message for the reason why they came in this material world, to give us this philosophy. So just like a hobby, okay, this festival, okay, Christmas is coming. I'll buy 2 books in this Christmas, Srila Gurudev books, which is lying in stock. Let us buy those books. On my birthday or someone's birthday, no need give flowers. Flowers go bad after 3 days. Give the best flower. Buy a book online, any book, and give to your devotee friends, your devotee relatives. That's the best gift you're giving to them. You giving Shastras. And then on your birthday, it is auspicious to give gifts to others. Then you give your Shastras, scriptures to others. Like I celebrated my Guru Maharaj Disappearance Day recently. I was in Austin. My plan was to distribute 50, 60 books. Big. Brihad Bhagavatamritam, this fat book. But somehow it was cancelled. So I distributed only 18 books. But that's my Guru Maharaj Disappearance Day. So the best donation we can give to devotees is this, books. On Diwali, on Christmas, New Year. Okay, if you have any non-devotee friends, then can buy some simple books. The Way of Love, small booklet. Shiv Tattva, Fearless Prince, about Prahlad Maharaj. Just make nice wrap with nice ribbon, 3-4 books. And say Happy New Year. That's a gift. No one will say, oh, what you brought this. They will accept this, they will keep this. Somehow, one day, anyone will open the book and they get brainwashed. The brain which is polluted, it get washed. This is how. In some devotees' life, it happens. Some devotees in the street distributing books, selling books. One boy, he come across some devotees. He said, no, I no interest in buying this spiritual books. I would rather spend money for some outing or to eat something, ice cream, pastry. Say, no, it's so cheap. Please buy only €5. You can say $4. Oh, this much money? Oh, I can get one pizza. Okay, I'll give you concession, just $2. But must buy. $2? I will buy a burger. Acha, okay. No need to give money. Okay, here it is, a gift for you. Okay, don't give money. Just a gift. Just take it. And this boy, he took this book, brought home, kept near to his, his academic books. He kept in that. But no time, because so much reading, so much studying, 12 hours, 15 hours. When his session was over, one day he was setting up on his closet the new books. And he found, oh yes, I got this gift. Let me see what is there. You open the book, start reading. Really? Yes. I don't want to give up. So much information. Oh, where is this temple? Address, phone number. Hello. What are the timings? When is the Aarti time? Yes, please come. Yes, I'm coming. Got so excited just to read that book. Went in the temple, seeing the deities. Oh, so beautiful. Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajami. What is everyone doing? Paying obeisances? What is this? And why they're going around this plant? What is special about this plant? And why they're not paying obeisances straight? Why deities are here and they're paying obeisances like this? What is happening? But he liked that. Singing, dancing. Prashadam. Oh no. Prabhu, please come. We have 9 o'clock breakfast prasad, full meal. Um, I have no money. He was thinking, have to pay. I have no money. Hey, no money required. Just come sit with us. What you doing? How's your studies? Where you stay? Friendship. And then he became full-time devotee. He became full-time devotee. How? Just one book. So even though books there, yeah, and we can't read all of them, we should have all of them because who knows, one book changed the life. One page can change the life. One paragraph can change the life. One line can change the life. And just one word can change the life. In America, Srila Swami Maharaj, Srila Prabhupada introduced chant and be happy. That's the slogan. So many people whose life was, they're suffering a terrible life. They heard this happy. What is this chant? What to chant? It didn't mention there. So some curiosity is kept there in that slogan. Chant and be happy. Be happy, I understand. But what to chant? Just chant? Chanting the chant? No. What to chant? So what is the address? Oh yes, ISKCON Temple, Brooklyn. ISKCON Temple here. Okay, go there. What to chant, sir? Oh, everyone is singing, chanting. You have to chant the same. What is that? Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Jaya Prabhupada, Jaya Prabhupada, Prabhupada. Oh, really? This have to chant. Yes, I enjoyed so much today. All my sufferings, all my thoughts, just all gone. I'm feeling so happy and bliss. Wow, that's the experience of one day. Again, next day. Again, third day. What I'm doing in this world is wasting my life. Full-time devotee, shaved from hippie to happy. Chant and be happy. See, this is how it works. Shri Bhajan Rasiki Jai.